I'm going to share with you all what are doing here at the University of Valencia about football. University of Valencia is one of the oldest universities in Spain, and it's part of my life. I am 20 years teaching here at the University of Valencia, and I have been a student first, and after teaching here at university. These are my colleagues that are working here with me, Rodrigo, Pedro, me in the middle, Andres Tudela, and Joaquin Gonzalez. All these teachers, professors of the University of Valencia are collaborating with us. From them, I am the oldest one, unfortunately, and my background has been linked to experience training football teams. I've been training and sharing this teaching at the University of Valencia with professional experience in several teams from Valencia, from academies, from professional teams, from women teams, and I'm been training, coaching during 20 years. My research background is from has evolved from laboratory to training field, and each time I research more in applied science in football. From 2008, we start 3 research lines. One related to tactical analysis, because Spain was the champion of Euro 2008 as a national team, and we started to study some of the reasons why we could hypothesize that were the characteristics of the Spanish team. From this year, we started this football tactical analysis line, but also a second research line based on strength training, and also another third line based on intermittent endurance training, fatigue, and recovery. About football tactical analysis research line is the research line that has been more production from our group. We started with this guy who is Carlos Corberán, who was a student of us, and now he has been the head coach of Olympiacos until one or 2 weeks ago. He started because he was very interested in the process of coaching, and he was very interested in the process of improving the coaching process to improve tactical performance of the team. This research line was continued by this guy Joaquin Gonzalez, who studied the tactical behavior of the Spanish national team in World Cup 2010. And from these first steps, we have produced a lot of some papers in several important publications, several important means of publication, like International Performance Analysis and Sport, from Frontiers in Psychology, and several other publications or several other means of publication. We also have some students who have performed his doctoral thesis in football tactical analysis, as, for example, Xavi, who is now the fitness coach of Inter Turku in Finland, Finnish league, who played last week the final match cup in this league, or Jorge Alarcón, who has been training in several important Spanish and English teams in championship. From these research publications, I'm very proud of one citation of one of our publications, who was evaluated very, very well in a review in sports medicine, in which the quality of our research was evaluated in a very good mark, and we are very proud. And this is proof that we did quite good methods in the research we do. This is the publication in which we describe our main instrument observation tool analysis that we use to do most of our research. This is an observational tool in which we take into account not also one team, but also the behavior, the tactical behavior of the opposite team, and also we can take into account the situational variables that are important and are part of the performance. We do some other publications in this research, not also describing some types of attack, but also comparing the way that several teams of different leagues they perform. In terms of football intermittent endurance research, we have some publications. We have, for example, this publication in one important Spanish paper, in which Pedro Gomez, the fitness coach of Paris Saint-Germain, who recently signed him to be the fitness coach of the first team, and we are proud of have been the teacher of this kind of brilliant students that they did the degree in this university, as well as Alberto Piernas, who is also with him in the PSG first team. In this research line, we have published in the European Journal of Sports Sciences some research. Andres Tudela is now professor here at the university, and he did. I am proud of direct him in his PhD. Also, one of the our last publications in European International Journal of Sports Medicine about heart rate variability was measured in professional football players. This is a tool that we use to control the fatigue and recovery process of professional players. In this line, we tend to measure the fatigue and recovery process, and we try to evaluate the football player in practical or in normal training and matches, trying to avoid to do specific tests, but using the training task or the usual matches to be able to evaluate these players. We are doing evaluation of players to know her locomotor profile. And from this part, we we individualize intermittent endurance trainings as in the line that do the group of Butchhead and colleagues. In the research line of football-specific strength training, we did some research in unilateral strength training and comparing the effect of training bilateral and unilateral with young players and also with professional players. These two students were doing work in this research line. Miguel Herrera, who is now working in Ecuador, and Quique Sanz, who has is one of our most brilliant students, and now is in Olympiacos, but he has been in training and coaching with Red Bull Salzburg, with a lot of first league Spanish La Liga during the last years, also in Mexico, and he is the fitness coach who works with Michel Gonzalez. And now we are focused in our research line in the sprint profile, in the force velocity profile of football players, and we are doing research in evaluating and designing training tasks to improve the specific horizontal strength profile of football players. This is an example of what we do, and in this graph we can realize about the big differences that they are in the maximal horizontal power of different players of the same team, and this means that this strength quality must be trained in a different way in the different players of the team. But we also, this is not research, but as you can see, we are proud of doing good teaching in this university. We are one of the characteristics that is important for us is not also the research, but also the teaching. And now we have a master course to improve, to teach, and to prepare our students when they finish the degree to the fitness coach and injury prevention. That you can find the information in the web of the university, or you can ask to me directly. And finally, I want to congratulate the under-20 national team that recently got the qualification for the Asian Cup, and I am very proud of these players with who I've been collaborating during the last 4 years, and this is the second time that one Chinese national team gets the opportunity to qualify to the Asian Cup, and I want to congratulate them and also all the Chinese people. You can be proud of these players that will represent you in the next Asian Cup under-20. Thank you. I am here for any question you want to ask me. Thank you, Miguel Angel. Thank you all for your attention.
Thank you, Rafael. Thanks for your presentation. If anyone is ready to jump in and ask.
Can I ask?
Yep.
Hello, my name is Ayub. I'm from Beijing Sports University. I'm international student here for master degree. My major is about football and sport, and one of my subjects that I'm thinking to read about to write about it. My papers it's about recovery and the fatigue that the coach or the teacher he just talked about it, and I would like to ask him some questions. First question, if because they made a lot of research from their university, if they write some books about this fatigue and recovery during the tournament or after the matches, some things like that. My second question is the university they have some program of teaching master degree in English. Thank you. And it was good presentation. Thank you for muchas gracias.
Thanks for your question.
Thank you. I can answer you about the master that I teach, but I have not knowledge about the other masters. This university is a very big university, and I don't know every master. But our master now is not taught in English; it's taught in Spanish, and perhaps in the future we could we develop a version in English or a version in Chinese. But nowadays we are not offering this possibility.
Okay, thank you.
Professor Rafael, I'm Wang Liushen from the Peking University, Peking Normal University, and I was also the student of Professor Liu. I was before my university study, I was a professional football player. I was playing in the Guangzhou team, as you know, Guangzhou Evergrande. And I was selected in the under-15 Chinese football team. And I have a short period in the Real Mallorca. I play in Spain. So in my career, I have many Spanish coach. You might know it's called Miguel Asa or Jose Luis Desma. You might know. So I have a very big question for like many Chinese football players or coach want to ask. Is that as your coaching experience in China's team, do you think the Spanish football style is suitable for Chinese player, or in other way, what's best for them?
This question is for me?
Yes, of course.
Okay. This is a good question and a very difficult question to answer. First of all, I would like to clarify that in Spain, there are a lot of styles.
Wow. I mean, like Barcelona style, tiki-taka, focus on the control, you know.
Tiki-taka is a good style for Barcelona, but it's not a good style for Mallorca.
Sure.
I mean, in Spanish league, each team and each coach plays in a different way. However, there is a good level in terms of quality of players. What I think is in each country, I've been working in several countries, and each country is different in terms of the characteristics, the features of the players. And of course, Chinese players would have difficulties to play in a Spanish style or in Barca style. Why? Because they have not the background that the players in Barcelona they have. They are playing, they are training, they are one in whole life training in one style, and Chinese players they don't do in the same way. So what I think is that each country has to use his own strength in football and to behave as using their strengths. But Chinese players, they cannot play like Brazilian players, nor like Spanish players. They have to play as Chinese players and to use their strength.
I understand you. Thank you. Because in China, there's so many debates. People always think about, oh, we have to learn Spanish style, or we have to learn German style, or Japanese style. Like we all confusing. Well, thank you very much for your answer.
This is my opinion. My opinion is that Chinese players must play like Chinese players.
Thank you. Gracias.